Hisense has been listening to feedback concerning their top TV models, and the U8N might just be the best that they've released in the UK so far. So let's take a closer look. Hello and welcome to another video on AV Forums. I'm Phil Hinton, the site editor, and I'm a fully qualified ISF, THX and PVA calibrator. In this video we're taking a look at the Hisense U8N 65-inch mini LED TV. If you enjoy our reviews and like to see more, then please do consider liking this video and also consider subscribing to the channel. Plus, if you think others might benefit from our in-depth reviews, then why not consider sharing this video with your friends and peers via social media forums, and we really appreciate your support. Discounting the massive screens of the UX series, the Hisense U8N is the top ULED mini LED TV for 2024, and it uses a 4K 144Hz VA type panel with quantum dot technology and mini LED Pro backlighting with 1600 separate dimming zones on this 65-inch, controlled by an advanced local dimming algorithm of the HiView Pro image processor. The U8N is available in two screen sizes in the UK, starting with the 65-inch that we're reviewing at £1,799 and a larger 75-inch at £2,299. This is an increase of roughly about £200 over last year's models. The 65-inch version we're reviewing here was a brand new sealed unit which was supplied by Hisense UK. Do be aware that the 65-inch and 75-inch versions do use slightly different panels, so bear that in mind. We're reviewing the 65-inch here with a VA type panel. Hisense continues to impress with its use of materials and design language, making its budget-friendly TVs feel much more expensive than they actually are. However, the U8N is no skinny model with a wide body to accommodate that mini LED Pro backlight. The new remote control is identical to that seen with the recently reviewed U7N model, which has a solar panel to charge the batteries during use. It's larger than previous years, but it's also fully featured with direct access keys for video on demand services, a central direction pad and menu keys below these with volume and channel sliders, and to the bottom are number keys. The solar panel is a very large section at the bottom of the remote. It's well built and with a quality feel, and the remote sits neatly in the hand. The U8N has full support for all HDR formats, so you get HDR10, HDR10+, HDR10+ Adaptive, HLG, Hybrid Log Gamma, IMAX Enhanced, Dolby Vision and Dolby Vision IQ compatibility. For audio, there's support for DTS-X, IMAX DTS and Dolby Atmos formats, and the TV has a 2.1.2 speaker system with twin rear subwoofers. After using the TV for a few weeks, we can best describe the sound as serviceable, so if you want better, you'll need to add a soundbar or an external sound system. The picture processor on the Hisense is the latest HiView Engine Pro with AI processing that incorporates a quad-core MediaTek MT9618 Pentonic 700 SoC with the OS provided by VIDA U7.6. The smart TV is slick and easy to use with a good choice of built-in apps and video on demand services. The menu system also feels very intuitive to use and it's very easy to navigate. Gaming support on the Hisense U8N features two full bandwidth 48GB per second HDMI 2.1 ports and the ability to run a maximum of 4K 144Hz with a gaming PC. If you're using consoles, you can also get 4K 120Hz, including Dolby Vision Gaming at 120Hz, AMD FreeSync Premium VRR support, ALLM, that's Auto Low Latency Mode, and EARC support. There is also a game bar for instant feedback on gaming settings and features, and input lag measures in at 13.2 milliseconds for 4K 60 and 5.2 milliseconds for a 1080p 120Hz signal. The VIDA Smart TV system on the U8N continues to look the part with an intuitive layout to the Smart TV pages, and it's joined this year with a Freely tuner for BBC ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5 content via IPTV. The whole smart TV system looks modern and fresh with excellent app support, and it feels responsive and quick to load items. The only drawback, and it's becoming a regular thing now with TV manufacturers, is the use of intrusive advertising banners within the smart TV system. For image accuracy, the U8N has Filmmaker Mode for use with SDR and HDR content, but not Dolby Vision. This mode is designed to give you grayscale and colour accuracy along with brightness adjustments for your room, so you can watch content as it was mastered and intended to be seen. The U8N measures 2,629 nits on an industry standard 10% window and 695 nits full screen. This is higher at 10% but slightly lower at 100% than the U8K we tested last year. There's no real issues with tone mapping HDR10 content like there was on the U7N that we tested recently. That's probably due to a slightly brighter panel and different processing being applied. The local dimming also introduces blooming suppression, which means that the specular highlight details are dimmed down to avoid blooming artifacts around them. Unlike previous models, the 25% window is not the brightest, and it points to a slightly better approach from Hisense with the U8N compared to the U7N and of course last year's models. On a 5% grey slide we can see there is patchy light distribution with a brighter panel edge and a darker central area. This reverses as we move up brighter slides, with panel edges becoming darker and the central portion becoming brighter. This results in obvious dirty screen effect DSC when watching content like football, where you have the camera panning over a green pitch which occupies a large area of the image. This is a well-known trait with the technology being used, and it's common for LCD LED backlight TVs in general. Motion performance with 24 frames per second content was very good with correct pull down applied, resulting in no induced judder being seen. There's also no trailing artifacts seen behind fast moving objects, and we didn't note any signs of microstarters, although they are visible if you are eagle-eyed enough to see them. Upscaling is also good on the U8N, with good quality HD channels looking pristine with no edge enhancement or sharpening being added. SD channels were less successful, as no amount of processing will ever save that type of content from looking soft and fuzzy. 50Hz in 1080i looks impressive for the majority of the time. However, we did see some softness and image artifacts from time to time with over-the-air broadcasts. Freely did look good for the majority of our viewing, but this could vary depending on the channel and the channel content type. The U8N is designed for use in a bright living room, and this is where the TV really literally shines. In such an environment, and with normal TV content and of course streaming content, it performs incredibly well. Colours look accurate with lifelike skin tones, and blacks look deep and detailed. In such surroundings, the shortcomings of LCD technology are mitigated enough that it means that the issues are few and far between. We found that with HDR10 content, the U8N tone maps much better than last year's set and this year's U7N, with no signs of clipping up to 2000 nits from the demo sequence on the Spears and Munsell disc. With actual film content in HDR10, the U8N also looks great, with just a slight lack of dynamic range due to the blooming suppression holding things back. Blacks look best in rooms with ambient light, as in dim surroundings or blacked out rooms, the blacks are raised and they do look grey. This is most noticeable in the black bars of CinemaScope films, but less noticeable in bright viewing rooms. In such viewing conditions, Dolby Vision also looks very good with correct tone mapping and no obvious issues being visible. The Hisense U8N is not a TV to be used in a dark room for critical movie viewing due to the technical constraints of the technology being used, since those results in side effects becoming much more prominent and visible when you're watching in the dark. Where this TV shines, of course, is in that living room with normal ambient lighting and watching everyday content, or playing games or watching the occasional movie. It suits a bright living room or second room where most of the issues are mitigated by the viewing environment, and the blacks look good with excellent colour and grayscale accuracy noticeable in the Filmmaker Mode. Those who want bright, detailed images with a good smart TV system and excellent gaming credentials for the latest consoles will be very happy with the U8N, and it comes recommended. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do like and subscribe, and please also consider sharing this with your friends on social media and forums. If you want to find out what owners of the U8N think about their TV or any other Hisense TV, then you can head over to AV Forums and you can read the owners' threads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.